make someone feel their feels and they didn't want to feel their feels. Feeling the feels scares this person because they were never given a sense of validation and security within terms of feeling safe and vulnerable to express themselves. Just recently, they did open up to their mom crying, trying not to express emotion. Their mom explained to them that it is okay to be vulnerable, open, and express emotion, to just not let them have control over logic to elicit fear, anxiety, stress, doubt, insecurity, or worry. She actually did tell her child that she was sorry she could not provide them an emotional sense of security as they were a child. When this person was a child, their parent had their stability rocked completely, and it affected their ability to be a healthy, loving parent. Every day, she sees the hurt that her child carries in their eyes, and she knows that she has a hand in hurting her child's emotional state, as well that others have left their wounds that her child still carries. The level of depth that this pain has endured is not for the weak-hearted. Damn, this energy is pulling on my heartstrings. It was revealed to this person that they hold several jaded lenses of perception due to conditioning, generational, ancestral cycles, and their own experience of abandonment. Sometimes this person uses humor as a means of deflection or a defense mechanism. When they're alone during their travels or even late at night, you are taking up space in this person's mind without paying rent. They may have a secret longing for you, but actively unable to make a move due to the detriment of the past burdens that have not been healed, let alone processed. This person not only carries and holds things for themselves, they also do for their guardian, and weren't ever given a normal childhood, let alone the ability to see things from a loving perspective. From a young age, things were challenging, but this person always found familial love in the arms of their grandmother. Since then, their grandmother has unfortunately crossed the Rainbow Bridge, but their grandmother wants their grandchild to find peace and healing from within. The amount of things that this person has been through, and you, if it aligns, went through in childhood and recovered from, is quite honestly something that others may not even be ever able to survive. Have patience in the healing process and understand that no one has a deep testimony without experiencing great adversity. Some people go through more than anyone can comprehend, let alone relate to. Pause, put a pin in it. If I am sounding robotic, I actually was channeling. I typed the channeled message, and so I'm having to record and go back and forth between reading what I channeled and speaking it here for you. So I do apologize. I'm doing the best that I can. Okay, so know that, hold that thought throughout this reading, that you or this person or both of you may have been through a very traumatic childhood. You obviously have met this person or have had some connection to them in the past. Though for some of you, I am feeling as though this was more of a short-term investment that came to a close due to this person not being fully healed and ready to meet you where you were. The universe interceded this as a divine intervention because this person was unable to understand fully that the way that they were mishandling you wasn't fair. To this day, this person has a childish mindset and behavior, and that they can be envious, jealous, and impulsive. You chose to see beyond that for a period of time until things weren't adding up and they were being fictitious in their demeanor. There was always something that you felt that they were not being transparent about or that they were holding back from you. Underlying every conversation, you knew that there was something more that was lying underneath the surface. You showed up far more for them than they were ever able or willing to for you. For some of you, this person had work obligations. For others of you, this person chose to engage with unhealthy habits and maintain a player lifestyle. For some of you, and this will be a select few, this person knew that they were not healed and they chose to come into connection and alignment with you. Instead of protecting you, they chose to engage in hopes that together you would find a solution. But how can you find a way to begin when someone is unwilling to share and express what's truly on their heart? This person, due to obligations or an immature mindset, whichever fits, it may even indicate avoidant behavior because of the level of depth of intensity that this connection holds. For some of you, this person felt so comforted and vulnerable in your energy that they did openly express things to you that they never have with anyone ever before. That's actually one of the things that cuts soul deep when this person reminisces about you. You were always a great support system to this person. In fact, you saw the amazing qualities that they held even when they were unable to see it for themselves. This person, and maybe even you, have experienced bullying from childhood on top of experiencing trauma from other sources. So that is something else to be considered and factored in. For those that this aligns with, the person who chose to have fun and find things to replace you with found out that you have an irreplaceable bond that no one can compare with or to. They came up empty-handed every time because the person wasn't you, no one was you, and no one could touch them on a soul level. This person may have never even openly expressed their true emotions for you, keeping you guessing and sometimes even waiting. They wanted to have an element of mystery and intrigue, but the pieces weren't adding up. On occasion, you would call this person out for their outlandish reactions towards you in a loving way, but due to their immaturity, they were unable to hold the awareness of that. This person lives every day in regret, and there may have even been something that they said specifically that they regret ever coming out of their mouth to you. For some of you, this person played themselves a fool, pretending that they could move on and find another you, but they were proven wrong every single time. They had a diamond, and while they were entertaining and chasing distractions, you were healing. You chose yourself and closed that chapter in your life. There was so much confusion and illusion involved, and now karma is hitting them. Their life could have been completely different, and the worst part is that God and the divine will not allow this person to forget you. They see you in everything they do, everywhere they go, they see people that look like you. They see signs of you, songs that they are listening to are reminiscent of you or your experience, and things that they wish to say to you, or even that they feel as though you are spiritually expressing through the lyrics of the songs. In a room full of crowded people, they look for you, and there were actually a few times that their heart stopped beating because they thought that it was you, but as they got closer, they realized it wasn't, which is almost indicative of what it is that they chose for their experience. They had every opportunity to offer you the best of themselves, or at least hold the awareness to wait until they could. But they chose to come into your life knowing full well that they were not giving you the best of them. Now they want to come back into your life after causing a separation due to self-imposed beliefs, limitations, and being secretive. You kept it a buck during the entirety of this connection, but eventually you had to cut ties and let this person go. If they could come in, what would they say? And are they working on themselves? They would tell you that they're sorry and they wish that they would have chosen the path of least resistance with you. They know they made the biggest mistake of their lives, and you will always be the one that got away. Yes and no. Some are doing the work, some are doing the bare minimum. Would they actually be willing to step up if you agreed to reconcile? Yes, for some of you, this person is willing to get their hands dirty and commit. For others, this person hasn't fully grown. They're still living Peter Pan syndrome. For some, and this is not for all, they actually do want a new beginning, but because of their upbringing and level of intensity that this connection holds, if you were to agree and tell them that you were ready to move forward, it might actually be a trigger to push them away as well when certain instances occur to where feelings and emotions are needed to be expressed. I feel as though this person may run. The uncertainty and uncomfortability may override this person's love for you at certain times, though it may also be vice versa, right? That they are coming from all of this illusion and into the conclusion that things need to change and they have to have a perspective shift. If this person comes back in, and what I'm feeling is within the next 6 to 8 days, for some of you, you may be hearing from this person. There's a need for open communication and full transparency, period, no matter if they come to you within the next 6 to 8 days or not. That is, if you even allow for this person to have access to you again. They are having a problem right now with managing life. They are unable to sleep. Right now, they are unable to reach you. Maybe you have this person blocked. Also, they are anxious AF as to how you will respond to their presence appearing again in your life. How would you feel if this person shows up with communication? I believe it to be that some of you are going to be very excited, and for some others, you're going to be like, not in this lifetime. When pigs fly, the choice to choose yourself over this individual may have been relevant at that time, but right now may be the time. It may be the key to a different timeline, path, and energy. If I may remind you, not a single individual is exempt from the bullshit of life. We all have dualistic qualities due to the conditioning of our experience. Not only that, but sometimes we do carry things from lifetime to lifetime. No one is perfect, and we all only elevate from our level of evolved growth. Use discernment on how to proceed. Meditate and pray on how to approach this situation from the highest levels of loving integrity. Stand strong on your convictions, but lead in love. This person may come around more than once, so do be mindful of that. Don't fall for any breadcrumbing tendencies. If you want to make them work for it, go off because, quite honestly, they probably deserve it. This is your life, and your decisions and choices are yours entirely. Though I do feel as though this person has already drafted up a message for you, they haven't sent it through yet. Some may have the intention to do so during this retrograde time frame, and they may actually end up getting cold feet. Some may send it through, but you never receive it, or vice versa. They may send you a message and you send something back to them, but they never receive it. Or you simply ghost them as a means of serving them humble pie. For some of you, I see you working together patiently to overcome any personal or romantic challenges. Though this connection in itself may be a challenge, you just want to make sure that you are not having to take on another project or that this person is relying on you heavily for their healing and growth. At the end of the day, we're all adults and we're responsible for how we want things to unfold for us. If this person is serious about doing the inner work to have an understanding of themselves and healthy ways to explore relationships, then this may have a chance of fulfillment and happiness. They're coming in again. I hear them telling me, I'm sorry, I know I messed up. So they really are remorseful. But with that being said, you are going to need to see actionable change, not just words and promises that hold no weight or merit. Okay, so this is where I will leave you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my only social media here on YouTube at Sacred Love 8. To leave me a tip for a mini personal or extended reading, you may visit ko-fi.com/sacredlove. I will never reach out to you, and my comments have been muted due to trolls and spam. If I may remind you, at the heart of the universe, love is the truth that transcends all boundaries. Thank you for joining me here.